Hi. All right. So I'm going to take you into the kitchen, into my little kitchen here, and together we are going to observe me making a vegetable side dish. Why are we going to observe together? Because a part of me, the part of me that felt 5 minutes ago a little doubtful, insecure, anxious, yeah, she's going to be observed by other parts of her that feel confident, sure, safe, and passionate about sharing food with you, especially in my kitchen, especially because I'm not a professional chef. I have absolutely a shitload of experience. I've been cooking in the kitchen with my mother and grandmother since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. So that was a long time ago. So that said, I'm just going to bring my passionate skills and love of cooking to you. And you'll either be there with me or you won't. And if you're not, that's cool. You know, I'll get by. If you are, awesome. We'll get by together because you'll probably learn a couple of things from me. I trust you will. I learned some things from me. So anyway, I'm going to witness the part of myself that is feeling confident, feeling like a fantastic home chef. So let's go into my little kitchen here. This is my kitchen for now because I'm buying a freaking house and I'm going to have a totally different kitchen. But for now, this is beautiful. It works. Thank you, Great Spirit. Thank you for gifting me this beautiful kitchen. So there's a lot of backlighting, so I may be messing with the camera here, and maybe I'll do it this way by moving it over here. Move something around there. So anyway, let me show you what I have. First of all, I said that I was going to make a vegetarian, vegan side dish, a vegetable dish, because vegetables are amazing things. They're very healthy. They're important for our health and wellness and nutrition, and they're beautiful and tasty. And so here I have my product or my ingredients. So you can see I have some Brussels sprouts, which I've already cleaned up. I trimmed off the little edges. I trimmed off the edges right there, and then I peeled off like just the outer layer, and then I quartered them. So this could be like the equivalent of one whole Brussels sprout, right? So I quartered them in quarters. So literally take the little Brussels sprout, take the fat little Brussels sprout. Actually, I'll show you. I will show you because I don't want you to guess. Because some people that watch me, they don't know anything about cooking, and they're very curious. So I want to show you. So give me 1 second as I come over to my refrigerator. And yeah. Well, here's a bunch. These are in the bag. You can buy them individually like this at the health food store. I got these at Mother's in Costa Mesa. Or you can buy them in a bag as well. And I prefer the organic Brussels sprouts or the non-GMO. These are actually organic. And you just take the whole bulb out there. Let's show. Let me show. I'm going to get a smaller one so I can add it. I don't want bigger ones because these are small ones. So let me show you all you have to do. And I'm going to tell you something that's a secret here. Hold on. So you just take it and you trim off the edge very carefully. Okay, see the little edge is trimmed off. And then see how naturally one of the leaves fell off? I just trim off or peel off one of the outer layer for a couple reasons. Because they're not as fresh. They've been sitting around for a while. And then here's my secret. I don't even rinse them. These I don't. You know why? Because I just trimmed off the edge. I trimmed out the outer edge. So people, when they touch them with their fingers at the store, if you peel off the outer edge, there's no contaminated fingers anymore. If you want to wash them, great. I don't. And plus, I'm going to cook them in a hot pan. So it's going to kill off some stuff anyway. But I don't worry about it. I've never gotten sick. You might think that's kind of disgusting. That's okay. So anyway, what you do is you cut it in half first. And then you just cut it in half again. See that? And then the other piece you cut in half. So there you have the quartered Brussels sprouts. So let me put these back in the fridge. Where they belong. All right. Also, I'm gonna use coconut oil this time. I use different oils. I use Organic Valley ghee. This is the Organic Valley ghee. You've seen me use this. I've used it many times. I buy that at Mother's Market. You can also get it at Sprouts has them, but they only have the small jars. I don't know about Whole Foods because I don't shop there anymore. But anyway, but I'm going to use, today I'm going to use coconut oil. And some people have said that they don't like it because of the flavor. Well, then they probably won't be using it. I love coconuts. I love coconut oil. So I don't mind using it. And this bottle right here is from Sprouts, organic coconut oil. So the first thing you want to do is you want to have a nice healthy oil. I'm just going to use do the homemade method. I'm not going to measure anything out because I don't when I'm by myself unless I'm baking, because baking is a science. But generally it's all just kind of eyeballing it. You know, I'm not even using a measuring spoon. I'm just using my spatula. And I'm going to say that this is probably going to be about, let's see, I'll tell you, well, look at that. Damn it all to hell. The whole bottom fell out. That's actually too much for now. Oh my God. Sometimes you just don't know what you're going to get. Sometimes you don't know what you're going to get because this is live, right? There's no editing here. This is the real shit that happens in my kitchen, and you're going to see it. So anyway, let me show you. Okay, that pan's pretty damn hot. I know it's really hot because I've had it heating up for a while. So all I'm going to do, back to the pan, Patricia, is I'm going to take my Brussels sprouts. Remember, this is a mixed vegetable recipe. So I have Brussels sprouts. I have some diced or cubed red beets. I'll show you those in a minute. And then I have, believe it or not, a Bosc, B-O-S-C, pear. Okay, so first I'm going to put the Brussels sprouts in because they're going to take longer because they are bigger. Then, let's see here. Oops! Look at that. I shook up the pan like this and one of them flew up here and on the wall. So let's take that off. Oh my God, I'm glad it was a Brussels sprout on the wall and nothing else. So anyway, so check this out. You can see the Brussels sprouts in the pan, all right? And you know, I'm just gonna flip them over one time. Flip them over one time. Actually, that's not true. As you can see, I'm stirring them up. Because actually I'm not flipping them over. I'm stirring them up several times, really, Patricia, hello. Get your head and butt wired together. Because I want all the oil to, I want them to be evenly coated with the oil. But here's what I'm going to do that I don't normally do. Oh, also, the flame is, right now the flame's on medium low. I did turn it up. I'm going to flip them over. I'll show you in a second. Actually, you know what? Screw that. I'm going to use my fingers because I can. And I'll tell you why in a minute. Actually, I'll tell you why right now. I'm flipping them over, and I'm flipping them over on the level side so they can cook better and part more evenly. And of course, if you're gonna try this at home, like me, as opposed to doing this works. But the only thing about this is that it takes longer. I just flip them over with my fingers. It's really quick. So, why did I say I was flipping them over? Oh yeah, because when you flip them over like this, I'll show you in a second. I'll bring the camera over. What happens is they cook more in part. They kind of cook more evenly because they're on the side. If they were up like this on the round side, they would just be cooking underneath that round spot, like in the middle. So I kind of, this is my thing. I don't know what you all do out there, home chefs or professional chefs. I'll have to ask my daughter. But anyway, that's how I do it. So do it whichever way you want. But the point is you want to cook the Brussels sprouts start cooking them first because they're thicker than the other vegetables, and they're going to take a little longer to cook. So then what I do is I put a lid on it, and I don't have a proper lid for this big saute pan, fry pan, which is okay because as you can see, that's perfect. And I kind of do like this because what happens is, I don't know if you can see all those teeny little tiny holes right there, and on the side there's a little bit of opening right there. What happens is, sorry about the camera, you're probably like, ugh, I'm all dizzy. But anyway, with the little holes in that red top lid that I have, plastic lid, with the holes, it allows steam to be released. So like I said, these are more, right now, the Brussels sprouts are more, not fried, but they're being sauteed. If the steam stayed in the pan with a lid that covered them completely, then the moisture that they would create with the lid on it would steam them or braise them, because you have moisture, kind of, maybe more steam. But anyway, I want them a little crunchier. So that's why I like the steam to be released. So the next thing I have are my beets. Okay, so what are these? These are just really beautiful little red beets, okay? And I chopped them. Well, I diced them. So, like little dices, maybe as big as my thumbnail. And you could do them any way. You don't have to dice them. I just thought it was easy. You can just take the beet, cut them in half in thick slices and cut them in half again. Or make strips like beet sticks. If you have kids, maybe that's fun. Have some beet sticks for the kids to eat. But I wanted to talk about the beets. I bought them at Mother's Market in the produce section. You can get them at any grocery store. They, of course, they're all organic. Everything's organic that I ever cook with you, share with you. But what I do is I do not peel my beets. Why not? As I put this down, because my arm's getting a little tired. Because I truly believe that all the beautiful nutrition in the beets is in the skin. So I don't want to peel them up. Okay. So I just want to let you know that some people don't like that. My daughter, for example, can't stand when beets taste like dirt, or I would call it earthy. So she peels her beets, all right? I don't. So if you ever come to my house for dinner, your beets ain't gonna be peeled, but they'll be clean. So what I do is when I buy the beet, say like here, I don't have any more, but take this apple, for example. It's not a beet, it's an apple, but it'll do. You'll get the idea, I think. I just take the beet, I trim off the beet, the stem, the stalk and the stem and the beet green, and then the root. Well, lo, hell, and below. Those two are extremely nutritious. And the only reason why I'm not cooking them up now is because I already cooked them up earlier, like yesterday, and I ate them. So, oh, they were delicious. Actually, I put them in a recipe that I made. I think it was with the salmon, and I made that vegetable medley with the salmon. I used the beet greens, yeah, and the beet stock, and some beets. So there you go. So anyway, I take the beet, I trim off the edges, and then I rinse it at the sink. Because I use the skin, I scrub it really well. And yes, if you want to buy vegetable scrub or soak it in apple cider vinegar and water to clean it off, go for it. You know, that's awesome. I don't do that unless I really feel I need to, intuitively. And I've never gotten sick, and I don't ever plan and intend on getting sick because I haven't rinsed them like some people clean their vegetables. So that's a story for everybody to own. My story is I feel totally fine, safe, scrubbing the hell out of them and cleaning them up, washing them, rinsing them, drying them, and then I chop them for my meal, okay? And once again, of course, I'm going to put this back. And then I dice them and add them to the Brussels sprouts, which are making a hell of a lot of noise right now. So let me quickly move the camera over here, and let's peek at those. Let's peek at the Brussels and see what's happening. Okay, so, oh yeah, I've never been able to do that very well. So, oh, I didn't drop any. Okay, anyway, they look pretty good. Look, see, I love them like that. They're nice and crunchy and crispy but they're still tender in the inside. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add the beets. Why? Because I didn't add them at the beginning, remember? And the reason why I didn't add them at the beginning is because they're smaller. The pieces are smaller, so they're not gonna take as long to cook. So let me kind of flatten them all out. Make sure everybody gets fair share, fair timing on the hot pan so they can be cooked up. And then I'm going to, so you can see those, yeah? Beautiful. It's like Christmas colors, red and green. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that lid again. And I'm going to place it gently on top because now I want them to cook a little bit more. I want the beets to start cooking. So here's the thing. When I removed this plastic lid and moved it over to the counter, the kitchen sink, oops, just untied my apron, you heard that big splash? Well, that was the moisture from the lid on this contraption, and the moisture, the liquid, sprayed in the pan against the hot oil, and it splatted. So you got to be very careful when you move it off, okay? Trust me, I've got some burn scars to prove that we got to be really serious and mindful in the kitchen. So basically, while those are cooking, I wanted to talk to you about one thing right now. This is kind of random, but the first thing I want to talk to you about is these earrings. Can you see those? Let me see. Come over here, Patricia, to the light. Yeah, look at how beautiful those are. Look. Hello, hello. How about this one? Can you see them? Let me see. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, see those with the beautiful bear paw? Well, these beautiful, gorgeous earrings that are near and dear to my heart are a gift from my beloved and esteemed sister, Michelle Merrifield from Northern California. Michelle, shout out to you, sister, for making these gorgeous Lady Bear Tribe bear paw earrings for me. Michelle gifted them to me when I was initiated at the Lady Bear Tribe morning ceremony up in Northern California. So shout out to the Lady Bears. I look forward to when the bears come out of hibernation for the next ceremony. Thank you again. Beautiful earrings. So shout out while we're cooking. All right, anyway, back to the food. So let's see. Coconut oil has many benefits, right? I love to eat, sometimes I eat a spoon of it because it's a healthy fat. I actually make my own, mostly make my own homemade face products, and when I make them, that's one of the things that I put in it is coconut oil because it's very, very moisturizing for my skin. I look pretty good for 95 years old, don't I? All right. Anyway, so it's beautiful. I also use coconut oil to take off my mascara, so I don't have to spend extra money on expensive makeup removers. You can use coconut oil for wood polish, to polish your furniture, to polish and clean your leather furniture or leather goods. You can also use it to take crayons off the walls. So mamas, if you have any children that are scribbling on the walls, use some good old-fashioned coconut oil, slather it on the walls, and just wipe it in a circle, and voila, it comes off. That's what it showed in the video anyway. But anyway, so Brussels sprouts, why? Hold on one second, I want to check this. Okay, cool. Let me show you this while I'm stirring this about and sharing with you. Brussels sprouts are a vegetable, one of the vegetables that's the highest in vitamin K. Actually just turned it up a little bit. Very high in vitamin K. All right? Vitamin K means strong bones. So ladies, we need strong bones, especially as we age. So vitamin K in the Brussels sprouts, strong bones. Oh, bone, not muscles, bones. But anyway, and it has great fiber. It's a detox, and it has another shitload of great nutrients like, oh yeah, vitamin C. What else? Okay, so lastly, what I'm going to do, I don't want to trip you out, but I might. I'm gonna take this Bosque pear, I'm gonna cut it up and throw it in there. Why? Because I think it would be beautiful. This is just an intuitive hit I got. Hey, take that pear and throw it in. Okay, so that's how I do this stuff. So I'm gonna mix it in with the veggies. So let me turn it down really low. Actually, I'm gonna move that over. And then while I'm chopping, you could watch me. I'll try not to slice a finger here. But this is just how I do it, keeping it simple. So cut it in half. First of all, I trimmed the end, and I trimmed this end, right? And then there's a little soft spot here. Don't ever throw your food away because there's a soft spot. All you gotta do is trim it, because if you toss it, it'll be wasted. Use it for cooking. Yes. Waste, no waste. So just see how simple that is. Trim it off, kind of carve it out a little bit. Remember, this is just going in a vegetable medley, okay? And then I'm gonna cut it again this way. Try not to get my fingers in the way. And then one last time, and then this little piece I'm gonna eat. So, as I chomp away on that, and then, let's do this one too. Okay, now, oh yeah, that's right, I forgot. Damn it, I forgot this part. Cut that in a little bit. I said, I'm not a professional chef. I just feel freaking comfortable in the kitchen. I'm going to do what I need to do to eat a beautiful meal. So in this case, let's just cut it this way, this way. Now, see that? You just toss it aside, or you can eat it, because the seeds are incredible. A lot of healthy stuff in there. See these? Some people freak out. Oh no, take out the seeds, take out the seeds. Yuck. Eat them. They're good for you. Very good. Okay. So, what else? Let's talk about, when I'm chopping these, let's talk about beets. Some of the benefits of beets. And see, these are really good. Yeah. I shouldn't be cooking while I'm hungry, because part of what I do is eat the food. Like this nice big square piece, right in my mouth. And then, so back to beets. Okay, bring that pan back on the heat. Turn it up a little bit. Bring it back over here. Okay, so I'd like to say that to me, yeah, these are pretty much done. And remember, you don't want to ever overcook. Nothing soft and mushy. So then I'm taking the pears and just throwing the pears right there on top. Stirring it up again. Now, remember when I dumped all that oil in there? I thought it was too much at the time. Well, to me it feels like I need a little bit more. Because what happened is the little coconut oil that I put in, which probably was about 2 tablespoons, it has actually been absorbed into the vegetables. So, don't be afraid to add a little more, okay? Here goes. All right, so added a little more. Of course, you got to stir it up again to coat them, mix them all up and get them nicely coated. Wow, this is a freaking long video. I hope you're still with me. One of these days I'll learn to shorten them up. But you know, there's a reason for everything. So what else? So beets, back to beets, as I add a little bit of salt. Freshly cracked salt, or ground, I suppose, and then some cracked pepper. Back to beets. Beets are also a great way to detox, fresh or cooked. Fresh would be better. Anything fresh is better. Fresh and raw would be better. Raw and cooked are great, but raw is obviously better because it saves the integrity of the health and nutrition within the actual food stays intact. I'm going to turn this down on low. So beets have great fiber. They're detoxing. They help lower blood pressure. This is a spice that I also got at Mother's. It's like basically a Mexican type spice. It's called adobo. I'm just going to put a little bit in there. Why? Because I want a little bit of a kick to it. because you have the sweetness from the pears, right? And I'll tell you what, so I'm just putting a little sprinkle. When you cook the pears, it'll bring out more natural sweetness from the pears, even like caramelize them. So, all right, so let me stir that up. So I put salt, pepper, and the adobo sauce, or spice. Oh yeah, I can smell it. It smells lovely. And just stir them around one last time. But anyway, beets are also anti-cancer, anti-inflammation, and I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to turn the flame off because, again, the pan is really hot, so it will continue to cook. So back to the beets, one last thing I wanted to share. Please, 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 por favor, when you buy your beets fresh, buy the whole beet green. Because the beet greens, the greens that are connected to the beet, right? The root and the root, those are all very healthy. You can bring them home, or you can wash them up, clean them up, pat them dry, rough chop them, throw them in a pan and cook them up and eat them, or chop them really small or chiffonade them. And if you don't know what that means, look it up. One day I'll show you on a cooking video. But anyway, you can chiffonade or chop them up really fine and stick them in a salad. And boom, there you have it, all right? So let's go back here. These are done. Look at how beautiful that is. That is so gorgeous. All right, so hold on, let's move this out of the way. Right there. And then let's just do this. Let's just do this. There's a plate. All right, you guys. All right, you guys and gals. Oh, my word. Mamma mia. Okay, so there you have it. Can you smell them? Oh my God, they smell unbelievably delicious. So let's move over to this counter here because I need to get a spoon. And you know it, taste test. I'm literally gonna get a spoon. I'm not gonna get a fork because I wanna scoop a big portion in my mouth. So there it is, there's my spoon. I'll show it to you. I'll show you what it looks like on the spoon. It's just so beautiful. We have green Brussels sprouts, small chopped or diced red beet, and then the look at that. There. Can you see that? Yeah. Then the Bosque pear. So here goes. Here goes. Thank you. Thank you, Great Spirit. Thank you, plant spirits. Beautiful. The Brussels sprouts are savory. The beets have a little bit of sweet and savory. And the pears are just sweet pears. Oh my God. So here we go. Last one, and I'm going to say goodbye. Pilot high. Oh, this is just beautiful. Don't be shy. Play with your food. Don't play with your food. Be creative. Step out in faith. Faith in yourself. And enjoy. Enjoy your meal.